What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here with me once again today. For those of you who are already part of my family, for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Kira Selena, also known as Nurse Key, and on my channel I talk about nursing, feminine health, beauty, lifestyle, and finance. So if by the end of this video you like what you see and you would like to see more content like this from me in the future, don't forget to join the family by subscribing, as well as turning on your notification bells to be notified when I post future content. I also have similar videos to this one, so if you guys are interested in anything YouTube related, I will leave my YouTube playlist down below where you can learn so much more about YouTube, how it works, money, how to grow, and all of that. So today's video is going to be a little bit different from my usual content. As you guys can see from the title, a lot of people have been reaching out to me asking me where I stand with nursing, because I haven't really been posting as much nursing content as I used to, and I haven't really been posting many videos or snaps of myself, on Instagram and on my other social media platforms, of me on the unit working as frequently as I used to. So a lot of people are wondering if I decided to quit nursing to take YouTube full time, and that is going to be a video for another day. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about how YouTube was able to completely change my life, take me to a whole new level, and take me from pretty much, I don't want to say broke, because like I mentioned, I am a nurse. So when I was working last year, I was a fresh out of nursing school nurse. Now I have a little bit more experience, so I'm up one echelon. But back then I was, at the very, very base salary, which was decent. Obviously it was above minimum wage, but there's a lot of competition when it comes to hours and stuff like that, obviously depending on where you work on. But where I worked, I did not always get the opportunity to have as many hours as I wanted to, and so I was bringing home a decent amount of money that was enough, to cover my bills and stuff like that, but I wasn't really making a significant amount of money. So I'm going to tell you guys how I was able to go from making about $2,500 a month working as a nurse, plus an extra $800 to $1,000 on YouTube, to being able to make almost 5 figures consistently every single month, 100% passively through YouTube and other online means. Right now, before we start, I just want to make it very, very clear that this video is in no way, shape, or form meant to brag or to show off or anything like that. I know that a lot of people are going to perceive this as showing off because of their own insecurities and other personal reasons, but this is strictly educational and inspirational. This is for all of you who are maybe just curious about knowing how much some YouTubers make. Mind you, I make nowhere near what some other YouTubers make. Kelly Stamps made a video, not too long ago, showing how she makes like $40,000 a month, and I am nowhere near there. I'm just stepping into that 5-figure mark, right? But this is just to show you guys what YouTube is capable of doing for you, how YouTube is able to completely shift your life, and to educate you guys on how YouTubers make their money, how we get paid, and all of that stuff. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned. All right, so I'm just gonna start off by sharing a little bit of my story, right? Because I didn't just wake up one day and just start making 5 figures on YouTube, not at all. It was a long journey before we got here, and I'm just going to share that with you guys. I feel like it adds a little bit more to the inspiration. So in March of 2018, I started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel mainly based around nursing, because at that time I was a nursing student. And when I was doing research on nursing school and stuff before getting into nursing school, as well as when I was, new into nursing school, a lot of the information that I saw about nursing was very discouraging. All you heard was people complain about how hard it was, and how much you're not gonna have a social life, and how much you're gonna have headaches, and how much you're gonna be studying 24/7. And although nursing school was definitely challenging, I wanted to kind of show a different angle, Yes, nursing school was very challenging for me, but because it was something that I was passionate about, and because it was something that I was genuinely interested in, even though I had to stay in school a little bit longer to do, some extra tutoring or do some extra lab time, or even if I had to stay in the books a little bit longer, to me, it didn't really feel like work, because I enjoyed the learning process, because I was passionate about what it was that I was learning. And so I wanted to be real with my subscribers and tell them, yes, it is challenging, but I also wanted to show them how educational and how fun it could be, and how you can make some long-term connections with people who are in your school, and just the positive side of nursing. I had the time of my my life in nursing school, and I wanted to show that side of nursing. So as I was making a lot of these videos, I saw that a lot of people were asking me, you know, about my skin and to make more skincare videos. So when I started my channel in March 18th of 2018. So it's been a little bit over 3 years. When I started my channel, I had 0 subscribers, obviously. And then I think it was around June of 2018, I hit my first 1,000 subscribers. So it did not really take me that long before I was able to get monetized and before I started making money. If you guys want to see how much I made when I first started, that video is also in my YouTube playlist, which I will leave down below if you guys want to check that out afterward. So I hit 1,000 subscribers in June of 2018, and then by January of 2019, I had 5,000 subscribers. I slowly grew. I was getting a few hundred subscribers, which was a massive deal to me. And honestly, a few hundred subscribers, like a huge deal. And that is what I was doing throughout the entire year of 2019 until the beginning of 2020 hit. And that is when I was around 10,000, 11,000 subscribers. So I started off the year of 2020 with 10,000 subscribers. And on my vision board, which I'm actually going to show you guys if I can find it, I'm going to show you guys my vision board. I put on my vision board that my goal was to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2020, okay? In July of 2020, I hit my first 20,000 subscribers, which to me is just mad. That is insane. And in the beginning of December 2020, I think I was around 40,000 subscribers. So I had 10,000 subscribers to go. And on on December 31st, 2020, that is when I hit 50,000 subscribers. And that is when everything skyrocketed. December 2020, I hit 50,000 subscribers, and then by February, the first week of February of 2021, I had 100,000 subscribers, and now we're almost at 130,000 subscribers. So the channel has been growing exponentially, extremely quickly. And one of the reasons why my channel really blew up is because I started taking skincare a lot more seriously. Because like I said, around the month of July, August of 2020, I made my very first skincare video, and that video started doing very well. And I just kept getting repeat questions about my skin, and I decided, okay, that is it. I'm going to start doing skincare videos, and that is what shot my channel through the roof. So in 2020, I was pretty much making anywhere between like $800 to $1,000 a month on YouTube. And I would say that was pretty much for more of the end of 2020. So that pretty much started around like maybe June or July 2020. Before that, I was making maybe around $400 to $500. And then at the end of the year, it was pretty much between $750, $800 to $1,000 a month. In February of 2021, that's when I hit the most amount of money that I had ever seen, that I had ever seen on my YouTube channel. And I had made my very first $6,000 on YouTube. Now, some people may not see this as a lot of money. To some people, this may be a lot. To other people, it may not be a lot, because there are some YouTubers that are making $60,000 on YouTube a month and even more. Just the other day, Kelly Stamps made a video showing how she makes $40,000 a month through sponsorships and YouTube, which is absolutely insane to me. But mark my words, I will get there, and it will not take me long. So when it comes to how we get paid, it is so tricky because there are so many different things that go into how much you get paid. And this is why it is very hard to gauge how much you're going to make exactly every single month, right? Because you do not get paid for the amount of subscribers that you have. There are people who probably have way less subscribers than me who are probably making the same amount of money as me or even more money than me, because views and subscribers is not what matters. Watch time is what matters. And what is watch time? Watch time is basically how long you're able to get people to stay on the YouTube platform. The longer people stay on the YouTube platform, the more money YouTube makes. And the longer you're able to get people to stay on the YouTube platform, the more YouTube likes you, because it shows YouTube that, hey, people actually enjoys this girl's content. Maybe we should push her video a little bit more, because look at her stats. She made a 10-minute video and people are staying for the full duration, or 8 minutes, or 60% of her video. That is amazing. Let's start pushing that video because she is helping us keep people on the YouTube platform. And then the longer people stay on your video, the more ads they are able to see. So if I'm not mistaken, we have two different pays that we get. We have our RPM and we have our CPM. So our rate per milli and we have our cost per milli. Now, one is the amount of money that YouTube will pay you per 1,000 views that you get on your channel. And then the other one is the amount of money that Google is going to pay you per 1,000 viewed ads that are seen on your channel. Right? However, this is where it gets tricky, because when it comes to, when it comes to the ad side, it also depends on where your views come from. And that's not even when it only comes to the ad side. I believe it's also for your RPM. So when it comes to your CPM and your RPM, you have a fixed amount of money that YouTube is going to pay you per 1,000 views or per 1,000 viewed ads, but it all depends on where your ads come from, or where your ads are seen, sorry. So if 1,000 people see my ads in the United States, for example, right now I think my CPM is around like $11 or $12 or so. So for every 1,000 people that see an ad on my YouTube channel from the USA, I'm going to get paid $12 or whatever amount it is that they decide they're gonna pay me. But for the same amount of viewed ads that comes from a country like, for example, India, I might make half the amount of money. And you cannot determine, or you cannot control where your ads or where your videos are being seen. One month, 30% of my views might come from the United States. Another month, 90% of my views might come from the United States. So it's really hard to, know exactly how much money it is that you're going to make, because you don't know where your views are going to come from. Luckily for me, most of my viewers come from the States, so I usually make a little bit more money because I know that most of my views are going to come from the States, because most of my subscribers are from the States. But if I have a month where most of my videos are seen in India, I'm definitely going to make less money than I would make if I had, a bunch of videos or crazy watch time and crazy CPMs and RPMs coming from the United States, if that makes sense. So another way that YouTubers get paid is through sponsorship deals or sponsorship collaborations, whatever it is that you want to call it. And there are so many YouTubers out there that will tell you that they make the bulk of their money through sponsorship deals. Once again, we can take Kelly Stamps as an example. She's making like $15,000 a month on YouTube, but she's making like an extra $25,000 a month through sponsorship deals, which is insane to me, right? I am not at the point yet where I'm making the bulk of my money through sponsorships. However, I'm still at the point where most of the money that I make, I would say around 60 to 70% of the money that I make is through Google AdSense. Everything else I make is like a little bit, is just additional. Right? So the extra, 30 to 40% of the money that I make will come through sponsorships. Once again, most of the money that I make is through Google AdSense. But February was really where it skyrocketed for me. January was also a pretty big month for me, because once again, last year, I ended off the year making around $1,000 a month. And then in January, it jumped to $3,000 a month. And then I scripted that I wanted to make double what I made in January. And in February, I ended up making $6,000 a month. And we've pretty much been around that range. Now, I have had some months where, it was a little bit lower. Like I think the month of March, I made $5,000, but then I got a little bit more sponsorship deals that month. So it balanced itself out, right? So right now, I'm not saying that I'm making bang on $10,000 or more every single month. Sometimes I'm like $1,500 shy. I'm around that 5-figure mark, right? And then also when it comes to with the extra little money that I make from nursing, it definitely brings me up to that 5 figures a month. But we're not talking about nursing, we're talking about YouTube only. We're pretty much ranging anywhere between $8,000 and up a month, which to me honestly it's crazy. It has allowed me to live so much more comfortably. It has allowed me to literally, I do not stress about money. Like I'm at the point where I do not stress about money, and that is the most important thing for me. I wanted to be in an apartment that I liked. As you guys can see, I moved for multiple reasons, which I'll probably get into in another video. But I moved into a nicer apartment that I enjoy better, that's in a much nicer, much posher area, more in the city versus the country where I was staying because it was cheaper. Now I'm paying more rent, but that's not a problem for me. I'm able to pay that rent, and I'm able to, do everything that I have to do 100% comfortably without wondering, if I'm gonna make enough money, or without without having to go on and take extra shifts. If I decide to call out of work, it's not a big deal for me. And now I'm working very, 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 very minimally. And once again, we'll get into the details of like nursing and whether or not I'm gonna quit and all of that in another video. Yeah, I've heard some people say that they're charging up to $7,000 and up for a full video review, which is absolutely crazy to me, because just last year I was charging people like $250 for a full dedicated video, and I literally just stepped into the 1,000 mark in the beginning of January. In the beginning of January, I decided I was going to make a media kit. And in the beginning of the year, I was charging around $1,000 for a full dedicated YouTube video, which once you convert it to Canadian is around $1,200 to $1,300, depending on, what's going on, with the foreign exchange market, right? So sometimes you would get a little bit more, sometimes you would get a little bit less, depending on what's going on with the currency. But that is how much I was charging. I recently increased my price a little bit more, but if we take the month of February, for example, where I made $6,000 solely on Google AdSense and YouTube, that month I think I got 4 sponsorship deals. All right, so as you guys can see here, I definitely did get mixed up with the months and the payments, but you guys can see some of the money that I made. Unfortunately, I cannot share all the contracts that I signed to show you guys proof of every single one, because there are some contracts that I signed that specifically said that I should not in no way, shape, or form disclose how much I made with them. Even if I block off their name or anything, they do not want me sharing the contract whatsoever. But you guys can just get a little idea here about how much I made. And there are definitely a few other sponsorships that I did that were a few $100s. And I think there was one that was $1,000, but obviously those I cannot show for the reason that I just explained. So what is the math on that? That's an extra $4,100, I think, in sponsorships, plus the $6,000 that I made. So that was the very first time that I made my very first 5 figures on YouTube, which is, it's crazy to me. It is crazy to me. Like, and once again, I know some people are probably going to look at this and think, well, that is nothing. But to me, like, how many people make 5 figures a month, and not 5 figures a month going to work and sweating for your money? $5,000 a month, sitting in front of a camera, educating people, sharing your knowledge, doing something that you love within the comfort of your own home, on your own time, on your own terms. And another thing that I love about YouTube, and some of you guys probably don't know this, but as long as your YouTube video is up and running and getting views and ads are being seen on that video, you are going to make money on it forever. So I still have videos that I made 3 years ago that are still putting money in my pocket up to this day. And they might not be putting a lot of money in my pocket. Some of them are just giving me an extra $50 a month or an extra $100 a month. But that is money that it's generating every single month. And those are videos that took me 30 minutes to film, maybe an extra 30 minutes to, edit. And they have been making me $50 a month or $100 a month consistently every single month for the past 3 years. So do the math and tell me how much that is. Like, that is amazing return on the amount of work that you do, right? Amazing return. But they say knowledge is literally extremely powerful. And some people see YouTube as lazy work, but at the end of the day, you're getting something that you want, whether it's entertainment, whether it's knowledge, whether it's me sitting here teaching you about nursing school. That is valuable knowledge. And another way that YouTubers get paid is through Amazon affiliates. So whenever you go on a YouTube channel and you go in the description section, a lot of the times YouTubers will leave links to certain things, either things that they mentioned in their video or the equipment that it is that they use for their video. So for example, right now I have 2 ring lights and not 2 ring lights. I have 2 soft boxes and a ring light just to add some extra light in. This allows me to film at any time of the day and have some good lighting, right? And if you go in my description, you will see that the links to my equipment is in the description section. Now, if I do a skincare video, usually I will leave all the skincare products that I mentioned in that video in the description as well. And what you can do is you can become an Amazon Associates. Now, the good thing about Amazon Associates is that you do not need to have a certain amount of subscribers to be an Amazon Associate. You can have 100 subscribers or 50 subscribers and make an Amazon Associates account. So if you are mentioning any products in your YouTube video, what you can do is go on your Amazon Associates account and you search up the product that it is that you are mentioning in your video, or whatever product it is that you want to leave in the description, right? And Amazon is going to generate a link that kind of has your YouTube channel name embedded within it, so that Amazon knows that those purchases are coming from you, right? So every time you generate a sale to Amazon, you will get a commission. What I don't really like about Amazon is that they pay you every 3 months, but it's still okay because you get a good chunk of money every 3 months. Now, I don't really make that much money on Amazon every single month. I probably make around $300 or so on Amazon every single month. So this month I should be making about $950 on Amazon through Amazon. I'm gonna leave that up here. But the good thing about Amazon as well is that they register cookies. So what does that mean? So let's say I come on your YouTube channel and you leave the link to your softbox in the description, and I click on that link, right? Automatically, Amazon is going to know that you, because of your video and because of your link, that is the reason why I ended up on Amazon. But that registers for 24 hours. So if within a 24-hour span, I go back on Amazon and I purchase anything, it does not have to be the softbox that you linked. It could literally be a jacuzzi. I could go on Amazon and decide that I'm going to buy a $5,000 jacuzzi. You are going to make a commission off of that jacuzzi because Amazon knows that you are part of the reason why I ended up on Amazon in the first place. And that is how a lot of YouTubers make commissions. Now, one of the reasons why I don't really make a lot of money when it comes to Amazon affiliates is because the products that I recommend are very, very inexpensive. So the body lotions that I recommend, the body washes that I recommend, they're pretty much like under $15, and you're only making like, I think, a 4% commission. So I'm literally making change, like chicken change. So if I was like, if I had like a tech channel or something where I was recommending a lot of cameras and, you know, all this fancy equipment that costs hundreds and thousands of dollars, then I would be making a lot more money. But because the things that I recommend are very inexpensive, I don't really make that much money. But that is another way that a lot of YouTubers make money. And I know YouTubers who are making so much money. I think Annie Dubé, who is a YouTuber here in Canada, she does a lot of YouTube related videos. And if I'm not mistaken, I was watching one of her videos and she was saying that she pretty much makes 5 figures or almost 5 figures a month through Amazon associates because of the different, you know, the different things, the different cameras and stuff that she recommends, because that is what her YouTube channel is about, right? So you can make a lot of money through YouTube, or not necessarily through YouTube, it's actually through Amazon, but YouTube can make you a lot of money working with Amazon, if that makes sense. So if you guys have any questions, if you guys need any guidance, I'm not a YouTube guru, but if you guys have any YouTube questions, you guys can feel free to message me on Instagram. I'm gonna leave my Instagram right down here, and I'm gonna try to help you guys as much as I possibly can and offer whatever tips it is that I can offer you guys. Don't forget to like this video or dislike if you disliked it. Don't forget to interact somehow, okay? Whether you're liking or disliking. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, as well as turning on your notification bells. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Let me know where you guys are in your journey. Are you thinking about starting a YouTube channel? Have you started a YouTube channel? How many subscribers are you at? Let me know down below. I'm really interested in knowing, and I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.